In today's video, we are going to build a secret hybrid facility that is potentially run by Mentah. More about the trivia and the idea behind in a second, but this is the coverage from the brand new DLC that you guys can get today. So it's the 4 species secret hybrid pack of Jurassic World Evolution 2 that contains 3 of the hybrids that we already knew, and it contains 1 new one, which I think we need to talk a bit more about in a second. But let's quickly talk about the build, because that has been rather fun to build, and I hope it's going to be inspiring for you to build. So first of all, it is without any mods. For those of you who know building with or without mods, this is without mods. So everything in here you can also build on console if it helps you get creative and build yourself. The idea behind this, that this is a facility somewhere in the woodlands, somewhere in the mountains of Washington State or so in the US, and I took one of the more normal maps over here. I forgot which exactly that was, but I thought, I wanted to have a little bit of a change from the tropical islands. And if you go for Mentah and the secret island on which they have, for example, one of the new animals, the Spinoceratops, how you pronounce that one? Basically, Angel and Rebel from season 4 of the wonderful Camp Cretaceous, and I really do like the fact that we have an animal from this series yet again. I actually thought it was the first, but people corrected me. There were already 2 other Camp Cretaceous dinosaurs that they brought in here. Obviously also the wonderful Scorpius Rex as well, because there was a Camp Cretaceous update. But what I want to say is that this maybe is a hint for Chaos Theory, because a grown-up version of it, which obviously is featured in the game, could be a thing. Anyways, the idea about this facility is that over here, with all the available DNA now and the available fossils and stuff on the black market, everyone can basically buy dinosaur stuff now and create their own madness. And this is why I thought Mentah could have made this secret thing over here, but obviously we need something to get here, and so I started doing this little airport, fake airport over here. We've got so many buildings that you can use now to create certain sites, and I just want to emphasize, because it's been a while that I played this game, simply because it's just like I would love to play it more, but other things have priorities and then time and so on. However, I must say, every single time I come back, I recognize how much more flexibility you can bring into this now. With all the additions over time, this game has become a lot more of a detailing software, if you will, compared to the very beginning where you only had a couple of brushes and put things down. But now having so much decorative items and so much freedom, because they never spoke about this at Frontier, but I really have the feeling they improved the hitboxes of these pieces dramatically, especially the trees and so on can almost be merged into each other, which is really cool and gives so much more freedom and control over what you can do. And this is why I'm relatively happy with how this turned out, and I may say that just in general, like an airport would be really cool. I mean, we've got all these arrival helicopter pads, but it would be so cool next to the monorail to also have like an airport maybe, where eventually a plane lands. I mean, we've seen that in the movie quite some time, specifically Jurassic Park 3, for example. I want to emphasize on this wonderful plane. And then I just went full on creative, using some of the buildings in here simply as decorative items. It is a research and hybrid creation facility. That means we also will have all the hybrids in the game in this facility, as you will see in the tour later on when we go through here and have a look at all the facilities at daytime, at nighttime, because of all the new Lux, wonderful Lux skins. We want to have a look into that. Being German, I always think about speaking about salmon. For the Germans out there, you know why. But anyways, Lux calls like salmon, whatever. That's just stupid me, okay? Don't mind me, I'm stupid. But I like the fact that we can build so much more now in the base version of the game, and I'm just so happy. However, this also brings me to the conclusion, why on earth did it take them so long to make it so flexible? And why can't we have just a couple of pieces alongside the dinosaurs now? Because as far as I know, there's no bigger free update announced or planned or whatever around this DLC. So it's simply the DLC, not followed by a free update. And my hope, it's not a thought, or it's not nothing I know, but my hope is that they do this intentionally because they have something more elaborate and bigger in mind for summer this year. I mean, we are kind of in the same situation as with Planet Zoo. This DLC has been confirmed already a month ago with the annual report. There was one paid DLC for 2024 basically confirmed by their reports, the same as we know that there is one more Planet Zoo DLC to come, but there's nothing mentioned beyond, whether positive or negative. But for the next fiscal year, they have not spoken about any paid DLC for either Planet Zoo or Jurassic World Evolution 2. But that doesn't mean there isn't any. You know, it can also mean that they just haven't spoken about this, and they will put that into the report in summer when there is the updated half-year report or so. But yeah, I don't know. I just hope, because that, considering these 4 hybrids, where 3 of them are already the ones we had in the first game. I mean, granted, the remodels are pretty damn nice, as you will see later on. But yeah, it would leave me with a mixed feeling if this is the last DLC for this game in that fashion, and not even followed by a free DLC. I simply cannot imagine, and so I'm very positive about getting something even better in the future. And, you know, I think this game very much earned its credit over time. We all talk about this at the beginning. There was really a lack of freedom and controls and whatnot, and also a lack of content maybe. But over time, you have to be fair. This game plays very well. I had no crashes, no issues and whatsoever. And frankly, in the year 2024, that is more than you can expect from most games. A stable running game on all platforms is definitely already a win at this point in time. I mean, The Sims, City Skylines 2, and so on and so forth. You can mention them all. So it's basically good to see that this game just keeps running, you know, the way it's intended to. And also it kept adding very good content. You've got a lot of maps, a lot of variety. And if you're into this kind of stuff, it has a very neat replayability. And I respect that. I really do respect that. And if my focus would be a bit more on dinosaurs, this game definitely would earn a lot more of my time. But as my time is very limited, I have to do it in occasional builds like this. But it was a lot of fun doing this secret facility. You can see I focused my main job on the center here, with all the research facilities, the buildings, the incubation lab, and everything is very close together, because, you know, you want to keep the ways short for the scientists to go from A to B, and keep it very, very small footprint, also for satellite images and stuff. And I imagine there's maybe like a technical solution to hiding it from the satellite photos, or just maybe it creates like a random pattern for seeing from air. I mean, you know, they can incubate dinosaurs. Why wouldn't they be able to do something that hides them from the radars and the satellite photos? And I still thought, okay, the smaller the footprint of the facility is, the easier, no matter which technology you use, but the easier it will be to hide. And this is why I went for this solution. And I also went with this ginormous central spine, or central pathway there, I should say, as I think, you know, for delivery reasons. I mean, or actually not even delivery, but also outgoing deliveries and outgoing transport. So it's not only via air, but also you could imagine that they have some trucks or so delivering something from the enclosures into the airport region. And maybe there's also like an outgoing pathway where they can go by car, which you'll see later on. I also went in and did some terraforming around this facility, just to make sure it's even better secured by like a ditch over here. I thought about, first of all, creating like another elevation, but I felt like, you know, from an elevation it's even easier to see something. So I thought it's easier to put it maybe on an elevated area that is surrounded by trees, which would effectively hide it on that elevated area, rather than putting that too much in a valley that you could see from above. Like, I don't know. It's just me speculating how it would work. You know, the best thing would be to just kind of have a secret island like Mentah does, but I just didn't want to go with the tropical vibes. And, you know, a lot of security towers here in order to, you know, avoid people getting in here, because there's a lot of interest, obviously, from the black market to gain access to certain valuable goods, such as DNA, such as fossils, such as other genetic stuff. And this is definitely to keep people and shaving foam bottles out of this area. So that is definitely the idea behind putting all these things. And yeah, sure, with all the facilities, we also need stuff to make the scientists go inside of the area to you know, just see what the animals do, to observe them, to make sure that they behave the way they are intended to behave, whether it's aggressive or non-aggressive, or, you know, what kind of biome they will require and what they need to do. So that is the main idea about this whole area. And I then started to split some of the habitats to get all the animals in with some temporary solutions here and there. But I was very happy with how it turned out in the end. It just really works well together, and the idea is very believable now with all the different fence types and stuff, making it seem very secure. There is a bit of an issue because I decided to build very, very close to the border, and with the expanded maps mod, I would be able to build all the way down to the river edge, but honestly, this is something in the future I would expect from a game like that. Sometimes you have so many like scenic areas with like a wonderful little beach or with a riverfront that just looks so good, and you would love to just use it, you know, to maybe make a pier or make like a walkway around the water. But then the game is just like, nah, the map is ending like 20 meters before that, so you can look at that, but you just cannot use it. And I'm always like, dang it, this would have been so cool to be usable. But it isn't, so I needed to decide to go as close as possible. You'll see that in the real-time part, why I decided to go there. It's looking very cool, but it would have been even better to have like maybe like a little, you know, like, it's not a harbor, but like having like a little secret dock down there where they could even get boats in here to transport stuff to the other side of a huge lake. Or maybe this is even a river that goes into a city in the distance where there is some other secret stuff to you know, keep these things going in without anyone noticing. I don't know, I just like to build these stories around. If you have something like a story for this facility, let me know in the comments down below. Just put down your story, and I'll pin the most creative one as the top comment. I think that's a cool idea. Let's come up with a story, where this is located exactly, what technology do they use to keep it secret, and maybe what different species are they working on, we don't know yet. So what they are cooking, what are they cooking in their labs. So that would be very interesting. Just be creative, just be stupid, just be whatever, just go down there and do whatever you want. I'm looking forward to hearing your opinions on this and your ideas. And yeah, I was just like putting down what these animals needed. And I also thought, like, you know, a couple of tropical plants in here is really not that realistic. But then again, what am I talking about? We're speaking about genetically engineered dinosaurs. And so we may actually have genetically engineered plants that will even grow with these temperatures and soil situation. What is the odds that this wouldn't work? I mean, surely it would work. But anyhow, I think you guys have seen enough of the speed build. It is about time to go in the actual game and have a look how this whole thing turned out and look around here a little. Ah man, that looks so cool. And with that, welcome to the real-time part. We are starting with a non-DLC animal, but it received a glow-up. I'm very sorry, but that's just the easiest of all the jokes you can make. But this is the Scorpius Rex with the Lux trait to it, and I think it's looking horrific, but gorgeous at the same time. Anyways, we need to fly out here, and you can see our secret facility at night. Not that secret anymore because of all the huge lights in the center, but there is even more to it. Like, let's zoom out a little to see that from above. I really find the footprint super interesting. Like, look, this looks really freaking cool. That is so freaking cool. So this is our facility, just to guide you through real quick. We do have this facility as spoken about. Also, are the people moving? Is this... No, the game is moving, but at a very slow speed. Wait, let me just quickly check. Is that like... No. There's the game speed. Let's put that on normal. That is fine. Okay, so... just to guide you through, we've got the airport here on top, and then we have the central facilities in the center. And oh my god, I'm very sorry, I'm not actually, but yeah, you can see there is like a response facility in here that has like a helicopter and the ranger cars. We've got some staff centers, we've got a fossil center and another staff room over here. We've got a bunker to make them go in if there's any security. We've got two science labs next to each other with a lot of facilities in the front, and we obviously have the huge incubation lab on this side. We've got some security towers, some entrances to the viewing domes, you know, everywhere around, and that is mostly it. Also, energy is provided, you know, by normal supply, and you can see if we go over here, we do have a couple of little generators and stuff that are located over here. This is the airport, and then if we go through, you can see there's even more backup storage, backup batteries, and some more hiding spaces, some viewing areas, some other security towers to make sure that everything is visible. And then we have our different habitats, secret lab habitats. So we are starting over here. As you can see, this is the Spinoceratops that we all love. This is the one, how it's looking grown up from Camp Cretaceous. I mean, it's looking beautiful with this lux skin, but the other skins are also pretty decent, so we are going to see them in daylight in a second. So we're going to go through here. Let's see if we can find anyone in this habitat. Normally there should everywhere be animals, and I have no idea where exactly it is. Let's have a look. There you go. This is our Spino. Look at that. I didn't give it the lux skin, is that right? Oh yeah, but this is another very nice. The Spinoraptor comes with this wonderful color pattern underneath its stomach, I would say. It's really, really cool. Like, the design barely changed. Let's quickly look at it. It's mostly the same design as in Jurassic World Evolution 1, but a lot of little things have been changed. Like, kind of a little bit, make it a bit more sharper. The head is a tiny bit more aggressive, a little less cute, which actually is a pattern that the whole game brings to the table. So yeah, I really like that. I really do like that. Let's go further into the next habitat over here, which is that one. This is the Scorpius Rex. Unfortunately, this one, as far as I've seen, didn't receive any updates in the patterns, and so that is the one of the random patterns, which I do believe in this one over here. I've not really seen it that often, but it fits so super well to this fauna over here. It really has this kind of brown gray tone with the black stripes and just the movement. I still believe, I personally find this still the most horrific of all the hybrids. Just the movement, the way the whole body looks like a skeleton, but then the movement doesn't look like a dinosaur actually, but like a, yeah, monster. Like, it's really like a monster rather than a dinosaur. It kind of has this little bit of human behavior to it, which makes it even more creepy to me. But we can even go further. There are more animals we have in here, so let's see who is living its best secret life in here. There's something glowing. Oh, that is the wonderful. Oh, look at that! I just killed it. Oh my god! I totally forgot which one is in which habitat, but this clearly is the one we have over here. And then there we go. This is a beautiful Indominus Rex with the lux skin. Oh, look at that glow. This is like some so different color. Like this almost turquoise, white, blue. I can't, what is that color? It's not white, but it looks like very white bluish. Super cool. Super, super, super cool. I'm very, very impressed by this game. Look at that. It just even creates this lens flare. These bioluminescence is really, really damn impressive. I love seeing that. Like, I would love seeing that in the real world on some more ground dwelling animals and not only like in the deep sea or so. Maybe I'm mistaken, but you can tell me in the comments. Are there any animals in the real world, like in the actual world that is not in the deep sea, that have this bioluminescence? I thought it was like with jellyfish and so on. Anyways, in this habitat, we've got a shared habitat with the Stegoceratops. Or how is it? Wait, oh my god, why is that? Okay, wait, just now we've daytime. We're gonna go back to nighttime in a second. So this is the Stegoceratops, exactly, and then we have got the Ankylodocus, which this one received the biggest of all the upgrades, and in its model. Oh my god, can I just reset that really quick? There you go. So this one looks fantastic too. Now it looks a lot better. In my opinion, it looks like better. It has like this little turtle-like hat now. Like this, how's it called in English? I forgot the name, but there's this one turtle that always snaps its, its beak to kind of try to catch people or whatever, or prey. I don't know how to call that. Very aggressive turtle look, but this is pretty much exactly how it looks. And then the whole body and so on just becomes a lot more, I don't know, grown up, is that the correct word? It's just a more serious version of it, and there's like a different skin. Yeah, really, really cool. So as you can see, the three that we already had in the last game got a little bit of an upgrade, even though I don't even know if you got an update. I mean, obviously the upgraded skins, but the model looks pretty much the same. And I mean, I like it, but for me personally, this screams the most hybrid hybrid, like as you would create like in a computer game hybrid, and not super realistic, whilst the others just kind of sell it to me. Like this one over here realistically could exist. The same goes to this one over here. It doesn't look too off, you know what I mean? It doesn't look too off. Look at those two having a little bit of a neck and neck. You're not doing too well together? What's going on, my friends? My friends, don't do that. Okay, I think for the daytime, we're going to just go out of this capture mode and have a look how the game just shows it. Just to confirm, let's quickly go in and have a look if I didn't miss out on the Scorpius Rex on Scorpius. There you go. Modify genome. Let's have a look. No, it's just skin color, obviously. The two ones from Camp Cretaceous we have, but there's no Lux option in here, as I can tell. And now let's have a look for the Spinoraptor. Also, why was there only one Spinoraptor? I'm completely confused. There should be more. Let's go to map. There you go. We actually missed out on some. Let's have a look if some of those have bioluminescence. I think I did. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay, let's have a look if we can just quickly do this. We're just gonna take the time, okay? Synthesize dinosaur, and let's say Spino, and there is the Spinoraptor. Modify genome, and then skin color. Oh no, it doesn't even feature a Lux. Okay, I thought it does, but this one doesn't come with a Lux option. Okay, so I went with random. Now this is interesting. Okay, cool, but this confirms that I didn't miss out on anything, which is great. But yeah, so this is the facility close up. Let's just quickly go into capture mode once again to show you the secret facility. Oh, I like that. I should have put the guests to scientists only, by the way, but it's still way too overcrowded. This is one of the single moments I would love to limit the amount of guests. In general, I think the amount of guests is always way too low, but in this specific case, I would have loved to limit it. Whatever. So yeah, this is it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. This is our secret facility, as you can tell. I'm still a big fan of it. I think it just looks good. I think it really, really sells the idea of being a secret lab in the mountains of Washington State. Look at that, zooming so far. Also, by the way, the idea with my lake is kind of no idea. I mean, I wish to be able to use that area here, but, you know, it doesn't make any sense. Like, have a boat, just go on that. Like, for what reason? At least not for transporting. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I certainly did enjoy jumping back into Jurassic World Evolution 2. And if you want to see more of it, let me know in the comments down below. But most importantly, just give me your stories, what this facility is for, how it was founded, what's the backstory of it. I'm very curious to hear about this. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.